Today's video is going to be different than the usual because it'll be on a more serious note. You guys are more used to, I think, more of my teaching style at this point, for those of you who have watched anything of mine. And as you can see, I'm veiled today because to me it feels like more appropriate for touching on more serious matters, and so here we are. You have people in your church that stand out from the crowd in a way that is God ordained and planned on purpose by God to be so. Maybe you're one of them. I imagine if you're watching this, you probably are. In many times throughout history, in very many places, usually non-Western places, modern places that are more indigenous friendly, you might say, they used to see children that were different as having a gift. And oftentimes these other cultures and peoples would spend a significant amount of time tending this child and harnessing their differently wired proclivities towards the good in order that the enemy, which goes by many different names and faces throughout different cultures and languages, but I call him Satan, might not hijack these types of individuals for his purposes. And the reason that I'm bringing this to light on my channel specifically is because I believe that God has given me a word for you who is watching, that maybe your child or you yourself are of this kind of pattern, let's say, of the mind. And these things need to be recognized as well as cultured, because let's say there is someone that is just ignored, that is like this. As a child or in the church, they're going to be ostracized because people fear what they don't understand. And also, sometimes people misread people that are otherly wired in their brain as being something that they're not. Like I said, fear comes into play when things aren't understood by people. And I think if somebody has a other than orthodox way of moving or speaking, that it can come across as fearful to people who are used to a certain pattern of behavior amongst the general populace. And if they don't see that pattern playing out amongst a person, they're going to start asking why. And this is the logical thing to do. Why is this person being different? And as a child, this can be very dangerous, because not only can it invite a significant amount of bullying that can turn into significant trauma that influences the whole rest of that person's life, but the demons that are working through people, whether they be other children or adults, are going to recognize. It's like with chickens. Anyone who's ever owned chickens knows what I'm talking about. If one of the chickens is a little bit different, and they call this like the pecking order or whatever, it's going to literally get pecked to death because like one of its feathers is off or something. And that's literally how it goes, not just in the church, but I guess you could say in society as a whole. But I think as a body of believers, we're supposed to be loving towards each other. And more than that, if someone's prophetically gifted, as Joseph Z says it, someone with a raw prophetic gifting that they're born with, which can be in the family, but it could be like a recessive trait, or it could just be for such a time as this. And so it just comes out when it comes out, on the year that it's supposed to come out, in the exact moment. And God has his perfect timing. So don't ever try to say that your timing is better than his timing. No. Okay. You guys, a lot of you think that, I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh at you, because I myself have been caught in this myself. Like, why don't you just do it already, God? Like, I'm tired of waiting. I get so impatient, to be honest, and I pray for patience all day, every day. I ask for patience. I mean, I have babies, so naturally I'm going to need more extra of that. But the point is, the matrix of modern society is not designed in a way that prophetically minded people are going to be okay without some early intervention, as they say in the autism community. Early intervention is key, as they say in psychology. What they don't know is that in the church, this is also the truth. We should be recognizing the ugly duckling of the group, and we should move into that dark corner where they usually are hiding. And I make it a point to do this myself ever since I realized that this is the case in the modern church, that these prophetically gifted people are like ostracized and pushed out because they're like, oh, I can't stay here. It's too, there's something off about this place. And it's just the bubbling up in them. And I can't remember what Joseph Z said about that word, the bubbling up. It's some prophetic manifestation of prophecy that happens. It's a Hebrew word. There's like 4 different ones. Anyways, like a bubbling up, and you like, it's in the moment, and we feel that when we're in a church congregation, if you're prophetically minded, because it's like, I got a word, and this church has this going on, and I look over here at your pastor, and he's just blaring with like this spirit of whatever it is, perversion. That's pretty common. And I just can't even get past that to hear the message, because it's just like, but anyway, I don't know, maybe I should stop this because my baby seems to be waking up, but yeah, I think that's about it. God bless you.